Virgo. Happy New Year! I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for the year of 2015 plus January. I received many requests for a yearly reading, and I thought I kind of do a yearly reading every month because my guides really don't just talk about the month that I'm doing the reading for. So I thought I'd give it a go. My guides are slightly resistant into the pigeonhole of time of how I'm asking them to give me the answers, but I wanted to accommodate my many viewers out there that have requested this. But next month I'm back to my old way. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you'll get some messages that will help you. I've decided to divide the year up into quarters, so I have pulled a card for each quarter of the year, plus an additional card for just the month of January. And to conclude the reading, I have pulled a card for you from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. I apologize if you're not seeing this video on January 1st. I'm hoping to have these on January 1st. I've been very sick with the flu. I got sick on the 20th of December, and I'm still sick right now at the end of December as we're getting ready to turn into the new year. So I apologize if it's not on January 1st, but that's the date I'm shooting for. The first card you have in your reading today, Virgo, you have the Nine of Rods. And the Nine of Rods to me is a card that symbolizes being prepared and ready for battle. This card can also indicate if you're suspicious of someone, if you have some suspicion, it could be family members, co-workers, or just situations around you. This would be the card for the first quarter of the year, which would be January, February, and March. I feel that many of you Virgos are going through a depletion of finances, and that you've had some financial worries or concerns on your mind right at the start of the year. I feel for some of you, this is not all of you, but I feel for some of you, you have like some kind of anxiety, trepidation, and a little bit of fear going on as we start the year. I definitely feel that for many of you, February is a month where you are going to be closing many doors and opening up some new ones. I feel that for some of you Virgos, you've not been happy with how some financial matters have been dealt with, and there is, again, some angst or angry feelings going on there. So just depends what your situations could be. This could be with estate issues, with family and estate issues. This could be with work. If you feel like you were treated unfairly with work and money matters and in pay raises or bonuses at the end of the year, or that funds at your own business were not handled properly, or accountants didn't do things in the manner in which you had hoped or in the way that they should have been handled. I just get, and it could just be you just have the desire for more financial flow and more income, but I see it more like you're concerned about how money matters were handled. I feel for some of you Virgos, you're going to be talking to a lawyer and possibly an accountant, or a lawyer that's involved with going through accounting, like a connection there, lawyer, accountant, that can go through accounts and funds and dissect things. I'm seeing you consult a lawyer for many of you. I do see that you are going to be giving it your all and going forward in the beginning of this year with a lot of gusto. I'm not seeing you Virgos like hide from anything. I'm seeing you boldly going forward comes up for me. And I feel that many of you Virgos have really had it with dishonorable people and any kind of backstabbing or manipulation that's going on before, not now, but already has occurred. I just am getting like you've completely had it. You've had it with backstabbing, manipulation, backbiting, any, you know, questionable behavior with anybody you've had dealings with. This can be family, friends, coworkers, spouses. It doesn't matter who. And I feel that you're going to close the door and shut the door on many people or many situations that have been unhealthy for you and detrimental to you, especially if they've been detrimental to you emotionally and to your finances. I feel some of you, unfortunately, have taken it on the chin and taken a lot of guff from a lot of people where people have maybe had some negative things to say to you and try to put you in your place, which is kind of funny because really they're the ones that are in the wrong. This is how I'm viewing it. So I feel like you're like, who do they think they are? And why are they treating me and talking to me that way? They need to go do some self-examination. I'm seeing many of you Virgos have that feeling. And keep in mind, again, I feel that these events already occurred maybe in 2014, maybe even in 2013 or 2012. It doesn't matter. I just feel that these events have already occurred, but that you're still experiencing some of the like shrapnel or fallout from what's already occurred. And this is why I feel that you've got some endings here, some closures. I do feel like you're prepared for battle. I do feel this is a very accurate card for many of you where you, like they said, you're going to go forward boldly. I feel that you will confront your adversaries. You will confront the wrongdoers and you will shut the door on many unhealthy people and situations in this year of 2015, especially in the beginning, in the first quarter. I feel you really have a grip on reality now and really how to handle the situation and handle people in the way that's fair, but also best for you and those that you love and care about, that you're not shutting the door on, the people that you care about in your life, that you love and you want the best for. You're really looking out for yourself, which is, and your loved ones, which is very wise because nobody else is going to do it for you. You have had to become a leader. Many of you Virgos I see are leaders, are family leaders. Even if you have a spouse that thinks they're the leader, I still feel you really are the leader. I feel that you are the one leading the charge and riding into the front of battle. And you are the one that's going to clear the way and pave the way for things to be made right and for the wrongs to be made right and for the people that have caused you problems to just like be gone with that. That's what's coming up really strongly for the first quarter of the year for you Virgos. Even some of you that have had marriages that have been upheaval, full of upheaval or unpleasantness for you. I feel some of you Virgos that have really hung on and tried to make it work or make the best of a bad situation or hope for a turnaround or an improvement. I'm not saying this is all of you. I'm saying this is some of you, and you'll know whether you're one in a unhealthy, unhappy marriage that you've hung on too long. I feel that you will be getting out of that as well. And remember, as I always say, this is a general reading. So these messages are not going to apply to all of you Virgos. To get a reading specifically for you, you would need to schedule a private reading. But I do feel many of you Virgos are closing the door on all sorts of unhealthy situations here. And some of these include long-standing marriages that have been problematic for you. Now, in the second quarter of the year, Virgo, which would be April, May, and June, you have an excellent card. You have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups, to me, this indicates a fated union, a bond between two people that's a spiritual bond, and it's fate and destined to be in love and romance. It's a romantic relationship and partnership. God has seen you struggle and suffer. And, we do choose our paths. Many people may dispute that. I personally do believe we come here with karma to settle. And many of our trials and tribulations, we actually knew we were going to have before we ever got here. And even so, I still feel God wants to reward you. Even though I feel we come here to settle karma, God has seen you struggle and suffer. And I do feel that He wants to give you blessings. I feel many of you are going to enter a new love relationship, and this will either take place in the second quarter or the fourth quarter of the year. That's what my guides are saying. And I feel many of you are going to begin to communicate with this person at a distance. So you could be meeting this person online, or just however you meet them. I don't feel like they're around the corner from you. I feel there is distance here, and that there will be long distance communication through phone calls, texts, emails, for a while. So when you meet, um, you're not living in the same location or right around the corner from each other when you meet. For many of you, this union will come up, or this meeting will happen in the month of February. Even though I'm into the second quarter of the year, this is what they're saying. I feel for most of you Virgos out there that there has been divorce on both your sides. You are divorced or getting divorced, and this person is also divorced and getting divorced. I feel this partner may be, for some of you, a Gemini. I feel that you're both going to get things going very sincerely on the emotional front. And the emotional connection and bond is going to be very strong here. However, I do feel that there's a lot of fear going on here about like opening your heart again to love. I feel there's like fear on both your parts. So I actually feel like both of you are going to have a lot of similarities that you're divorced. I feel like your thinking is going to be very similar to each other. I feel like your experience is going to be very similar, that you have been wounded. You're kind of like wounded birds, and that you have serious issues of trust, and that you don't know if you want to open yourself up with the possibility of getting hurt again. It comes up here. I do feel for many of you, you're both going to be taking a wait and see attitude. And I don't feel like you're going to rush headlong into this. It's not like the intensity or the interest isn't there. I feel that it is, but I feel like there's going to be some, let's see. I'm interested, but I don't know that I want to put my heart on the line or wear my heart on my sleeve and get burned again. So let me see what the other person is going to do. So you may feel like it's kind of slow to get off the ground, or like there's some, like why isn't it happening faster? But I feel that both of you are going into this with some trepidation and some like holding back of emotions. Like I feel the excitement between the two of you. Like you're really excited and you feel there's a lot of promise here with this relationship, but I do not feel like you're ready to dive headlong into it, because you want to take your time and feel it out and see where it's going to go. Some of you may also go through some feelings of anxiety where you feel like, well, am I not good enough? I hope I'm handsome enough, or I hope I'm pretty enough, or I hope I'm, putting my best foot forward. I hope I'm not coming off in a certain way. I almost feel you like overthinking it, Virgo, a little overthinking going on here. So try to have full confidence in yourself, because you don't want to project any insecurities or uncertainties. You don't want to throw that out there. So be very secure in who you are and your sense of self. I do feel there's going to be a great lifting up and rising up above and solving problems together. And even solving, I don't like to use this phrase, but I feel like almost solving each other's problems in the sense that I feel like you're like just what the doctor ordered for each other. You're the right prescription. You found the right person, and you can heal each other's hurts and wounds. And I do feel that some of you will get engaged and get married. I do feel that. And there's a likelihood, I know this is awfully quick, and I don't like to say things that are too quick because I'm going to say everything always seems to take longer than what I wanted to do. But some of you may even get engaged in June. That's awfully quick if you meet in February, but if you're an older person, such as myself, I'm 52 years old. If you're in your, you know, late 40s, in your 50s, or in your 60s or beyond, what's the sense in waiting? I do get that you're going to wait as far as testing it out in the beginning, but I don't feel for many of you that you wait long to get engaged. I feel like it's like, what's the point here? We both know we're right. When you guys know you're right for each other, I feel like it's no holds barred. I just feel like the delays happen right in the beginning, in the first 5 weeks, where you're can really like kind of like circling around each other, like, what do we think here? What do I think? And how's it going to go? And is this the right person? Is this too good to be true? I do see actually both of you doing it. I do feel that you're going to come together with fortitude and strength, and that this is going to be a lifelong bond for the two of you. I feel for you already married Virgos that you are going to start to see your partner in a new light. This is not the Virgos that are in an unhappy relationship that have, tried to hang in there and then they want out. Because this is a happy card. So the Virgos that see their partner or their spouse in a new light, it's in a positive sense. Like it's renewed love, the relationship renewed and refortified. You may even um, redo your vows, like re-say your wedding vows. That could happen. So this is really a card that is foretelling true love of a true partnership that heals you from the inside out. That's meant to be a lifelong mate for you. Whether you actually commit with a ring and get married or not, that's almost inconsequential here. And it's also a card for those of you that are married that have turned maybe the proverbial corner in your relationship, and now you're looking at your mate with new eyes, but in a positive sense. This is not cannot stress this enough. It is not the Virgos that are unhappy that I feel are going to close doors, that are in the group that are where their marriages are also going to get closed off in this card. This is Virgos that are meeting a new partner, starting a new relationship and a new life together. And for the married partners that now are seeing each other with new eyes and like renewed love and commitment to each other. I feel for some of you that it's that case where you've been together a long time or been together a while and you're seeing each other with new eyes. I feel some of this is because there was some hardship that happened in your relationship and the partner stuck by you and was there for you. And this could be that maybe you suffered an illness or some kind of tremendous loss. Either you were very sick and they stuck by you like glue and was there for you in every sense of the word, or you had some other kind of loss, like maybe somebody in your family passed away from an illness, and this partner was there to really pick up the slack for you because you were emotionally overwrought and drained from what was going on by that person in your family's illness and maybe even their passing. So the renewed Virgos, it's because your partner, and you may have even questioned this partner. You may have not been sure, like you might have been like, I don't know if I married the right person, but I feel like your mind will change. For some of you that have been in a long-term partnership and your partner stuck by you through thick and thin and did everything that they could to help you out. I feel that you married Virgos will have a renewed sense of love and purpose about your marriage, and it's a happy marriage. But really, first and foremost, this comes into me for Virgos that are unattached and divorced, that a new partner comes in for you. That's what comes up first. Now, in your third quarter of the year, which is July, August, and September, you have the card of Four of Cups. This card has come up quite a bit for some of the signs this time around. And I've said in other videos that there are some cards, and I saw this happen before. It might have been August. I'm not sure. It could have been September. I don't know what month it was, but there was a month where for the different signs, certain cards kept coming up over and over again. As I said, I do shuffle the cards quite a bit between the readings, and I don't even do all these video recordings on the same day. So I am finding it interesting when there's a repeat. This Four of Cups has come up for a couple of the other signs. I do feel that this card showed up for you to take a stop, a pause, and meditate and analyze some things before moving forward and taking the next step. Now, that's just for you Virgos. The card itself means ruminating, going within, overanalyzing. It can be not paying attention to the signs that God's giving you. It's like you already have blessings, but God is handing you another blessing. It can also be giving you signs that you're not paying attention to. There can be some sadness and a little regret here. Some sadness can accompany this card. But for you, what I'm hearing is it's really about taking a pause, taking a step back before you make your next step. And I see some of you Virgos with this card are really thinking about your losses and trying to recoup before you move forward to take the next step. You've shouldered a lot of burden and a lot of the responsibility in your family. This can be the family that you've created with a spouse, but it can also be the family that you were born into with your parents and your siblings. Either way, I feel that you have shouldered a lot of burden and responsibility. I feel many of you have a lot of angst and anxiety going on within you, and that you really need to find a way to release it either through exercise, physical activity, changing your diet, changing your exercise plan, maybe joining some kind of self-help group or counseling group where people air their experiences out in, like in a group setting. I feel this would be very helpful to you because I feel like you really are analyzing and going within and going over the wrongs that have happened to you, and almost like you feel like you've been abused mentally and emotionally by others. And I'm seeing you like review this. And I feel that at times you go through a great deal of internal struggle over this. And again, as I got with the Two of Cups, I'm going to tell you again, God does not want to see you struggle. And I feel that he's watched it, and now he is giving you blessings. And I feel the blessings that are going to come to you the most, even though I do feel like you're going to rectify some things this year and right some wrongs and close some doors and on unhealthy relationships and unhealthy situations, relationships of all kinds. I feel the blessings that come to you the most this year are going to be in an emotional sense. I do feel you will have some financial blessings as well, but I feel like God wants to see you, or the divine source or the universe, whatever words you want to use, wants to see you feel emotionally satisfied and fulfilled and happy. And I feel 2015 is going to be the year where that starts to happen. I feel it's truly for Virgos a year of healing, where true healing begins and emotional fulfillment happens. That's what I see for you so far, overwhelming about 2015. But I do feel that healing is having to occur. And sometimes healing is not always easy. You have to, review, pick things apart, dissect things. Normally I would say, oh, don't do that. My inclination is to say, don't pick things apart. Don't dissect them. But apparently in some situations it is wise to do it and necessary, because this is where true healing takes place. And you are going to have that kind of healing this year. That is coming up. I really see also this year as a year for you of planting seeds of ideas and situations, that you're planting these seeds and they are going to germinate and really come into full bloom as you move forward. So I feel like your blessings start this year, but even I feel 2016 and 2017 even being years of bigger blessings and fulfillment for you. However, it does start in this year. So I do feel that emotional fulfillment happens for you. But again, not to be redundant, this is a year of doing some inner work and inner healing and reviewing some things of the past. And I don't even feel like you're just going to be reviewing what others have done to you that have been detrimental to you. I also feel that you are going to do some self-review of what things you have done and you have said, and how maybe you could have tweaked things or done things differently on your end. So it's not just about looking at what others have done. It's also looking about how you handled things and what you did in different situations as well. I feel that for many of you, you are going to be happily married by the fall. So, I don't know if you've already met this partner and you're already on the road to get to there, then you're just already on the road heading towards this marriage. For those of you that you meet your new partner in February or at some other point in the year, you may have a quick marriage, because I do feel some of you are really going to be happily married by the fall. And I am seeing September and October when they say that. And I feel many of you Virgos are going to start to trust your inner voice and inner guidance maybe more than you ever did, especially in this year of 2015, and in particular in the third quarter of the year. I feel many of you are going to really be mapping things out and planning things out and strategizing in this third quarter as well. Some of you are going to get a project or plan going about your house and doing some kind of renovations, or thinking of moving, or getting your house ready because you want to sell it and move. But I do see you focusing on your house and renovating it or fixing up, whether you're going to stay there or whether you're going to sell it. It's, that's up to the individual Virgo. And I do feel that many of you Virgos are actually tired of telling people the same thing over and over again. I feel like many of you feel like you're broken records, where and this could be to your children. I feel like you're tired of telling some of your children the same things over and over again. And even other family members like siblings or parents, or even coworkers. I just feel like I'm seeing you go, oh my God, I feel like I'm a broken record. I've told them this over and over again. And I feel like you're feeling like you haven't been listened to, or they're just disregarding what you're saying, and it's making you have to repeat yourself. And I feel that Virgos have gone a long way to make things right with family matters, all across the board. And this has been a drain to you mentally and also emotionally and financially, because I do feel your bank account has been drained from this as well. So you're trying to make things right across the board has been a drain to you in many ways. Now, in the fourth quarter of the year, Virgo, you have a card. This is a very interesting card, and I feel like it's a very positive card. You have the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords to me, when I see this card, this to me is getting to the heart of the matter, getting to the truth. It's a very strong card of victory, being victorious, but it's also can be being victorious over outing secrets or uncovering truths and revealing truths. But regardless, it is a card of victory. And you have this for the fourth quarter of the year, which is October, November, and December. You now have your ta-da or your aha moment as you're exiting the year of 2015. I really feel in December you're quite victorious as you're exiting the year. Any of you Virgos that have been waiting for a stipend or some kind of government money or grant or money coming from any source, could be, banking institutions, loans. It could be through a credit union or some kind of payoff that you've been waiting from a settlement of a court case. It could be a divorce settlement. It could be just a lawsuit settlement. I feel that you get your finances really come to you in this fourth quarter of the year. You get awarded and granted your money. The money starts to come to you that has been owed to you, really. And you get a very strong sense of gratification. It's very gratifying to you. Wow. Uh, this, you've never been put into such a position of power. I feel that this truly puts you in a very strong position of power. Like no holds barred. I feel like at the end of the year, there's no holding you back on so many fronts. I'm seeing you standing on a hill with a sword, uh, like triumphant, actually, like, victorious, triumphant. You've won, you've succeeded. I'm just seeing you as this warrior and leader. To me, you look like the warrior leader that is victorious. That's the image my guides are giving me in my head for you as the fourth quarter is coming to a close of 2015. Many of you will start to get a new business going at that time. So if some of you were waiting for this money to come in so you could move forward with projects and plans, I do feel that some of you will use the money to do renovations on your home, and some of you will use this money to start a new business or a new enterprise. Maybe both. Some of you may even be making a wing or an addition onto your house where you're going to have your own home office or your own business out of your home. So those two things could really be combined there. See, I feel like for some of you Virgos, you've been put on this planet. Please don't get mad at me at this statement. It's what I'm hearing. You've been put on this planet to teach some people a lesson. And it could be just to be a teacher in general. Don't take it like totally like I'm saying, oh, I'm here to teach you a lesson. But it is how they phrased it. And I do feel that to the victor goes the spoils. And I feel that this truly will be a time of victory for you. I feel that you've taught all the lessons to these people that have been problematic to you in your life. You've taught them all the lessons that you can teach. And now that part of it is over. Now I get it's time for you to enjoy your life and to be very strong and you're like strong and upstanding in what you're doing and your purpose and moving forward, and all the little naysayers or people that have been like almost like little pests or problems that have just circled around you and been like eating away at you and picking away at you that you've told things to over and over and over again. This is all done. Everybody has to stand on their own 2 feet now. You're not going to heal anything for them anymore. You've taught them, you've told them, and now you got to let them go and move on with your life because you have bigger and better things to do and you have your own fish to fry. So you're going to get on with that. I really do feel at the end of the year, the ball is in your court and you have many things rolling forward. And I do feel for many of you, time has been on your side and that you bided your time and waited. And this was very wise. Even though the biding your time and waiting may have been a struggle, it is to your benefit. I just feel a great deal of pleasure is coming to you and that your time to come of to shine and to have pleasure is really now. It's really coming to you this year. It is a year of healing. It is a year of shutting the door and closing the door on some things. It is a year of analyzing and what you've done, what they've done, and to heal. And also some retribution where things that have been owed to you come to you, especially in the material sense, and that new love or renewed love is abound because and success and starting your own business and enterprise if that's what you choose to do. I feel many of you are going to close the year feeling like I'm ready to make a fresh start. I'm ready to start out new. So that's good news, Virgo. I hope you understand the messages here. You have a very interesting year. I feel like out of all the signs that I've read, I'm going to say yours has some really deep things that are going to go on for you at a soul and cellular level of healing and almost like the phoenix. That's what I feel like for Virgos. I feel like I'm looking at the phoenix that has rose from the ashes. That's what I feel like for you for this year of 2015. Now for the card just for January, you have an excellent spiritual card here, which makes total sense to me for you. This year, you have, for January, the Hermit. And the Hermit is a card that shows that you are being light, the way is being shown for you, which way to go. Your spirit guides are lighting the way. They're showing you, this is the path to take. This is the way to follow. We are showing you, we are guiding you. This card also is a card of taking a step back and getting a lay of the land and the situation before you proceed forward, which message actually, if you remember, did also come up with the Four of Cups. So it's being reinforced here by the Hermit in the month of January. I feel like you've really done everything right. For many of you Virgos, you've really dotted your I's and crossed your T's and put everything in a row and in an alignment. I feel that you've been very organized and detailed about different things going on in your life and the people surrounding you. And this is actually a time where, I feel like I'm looking at a map where like you've mapped out everything, the routes, the plans, the which way to go, the possible potential pitfalls here and there. And I feel like all of this actually, which for many other signs may be very tedious and maybe too regimented or strict, I feel for many of you Virgos, this works and it is working for you now. I feel like that part of you, that organizational and regimented stick-to-itiveness and mapping things out part of you is really working out for you now. I feel for some of you, you're going to be visited by several people that you've loved that have crossed over into the other side in your dreams. So be prepared in the month of January to start having some dreams where some family members that have crossed over and even friends, or, it can be relatives or friends that have crossed over that are going to start coming to you in dreams. You may even have a dream where four of them are standing there talking to you in a dream, or they may be a succession because the number four keeps coming up here to me. So I feel like you're either going to have four dreams or they're going to come in a group of four. But I feel like you are going to be communicated with through your dreams by the spirit world, by those that have crossed over. And I feel many of you are going to start traveling in new circles with new friends. There's going to be a division of property and an estate. So for some of you Virgos, January is going to be a dividing month. You will be dividing property up. This could be your parents' property. You could be, somebody that you love that's passed away in your family, and you're dividing the property up. Or it could be if you're getting a divorce, if you're one of the Virgos that are ending a relationship and are going through divorce, you could be dividing up your property and your estate that you have between you and your spouse. I feel you're going to like the way this year rolls around for you. I feel that you're going to have one of the best years you've had in a long time. For you Virgos, it's going to be different what months this starts to roll around for you. But I feel regardless, as you're wheeling out of 2015, you're going to be leaving on a very successful high note. But for some of you, it's going to happen at different junctures in the year when you really feel like the high point is occurring for you. You're going to be getting a new lease on life, and many of you are going to be adopting the attitude of out with the old and in with the new. January really sees you as getting your acts together. So I do feel that many of you are really going to be putting the screws to things in your life all the way around in the month of January. I feel like you are determined. There's a very strong sense of determination coming from Virgos, especially as we go into the new year. So that's what I see for you for January. Now, in conclusion, your angels, God, and goddesses card, you got the angel of expression. This is the card for the year of 2015. This is the card you got, Virgo, for the year of 2015. Angel of expression says, speak your truth and express yourself clearly. Well, that totally makes sense to me because I feel that is really what you're doing this year with many people, actually. Your toils and troubles are over or nearly over. You've done the work. You've put out the efforts. You're now being appreciated for who you are from the inside out. You're not going to be going round and round anymore. I feel that many of you are just completely done with that. You're completely done with the runaround and the circus and the circling around in your life. You're going to be talking to a lot of people this year that give you a lot of ideas and inspirations. This could involve how to make money or to how to invest your money and make your money grow for you faster. I do feel that those of you that are single or getting divorced, you do have someone that comes in very strong for you that's going to give you a lot of compassion, empathy, love, and see you for this truly beautiful being that you really are. I feel like you are going to have a year where you really feel appreciated in love. You definitely have determination and stick-to-itiveness to see things through to the end. And you've done that, and you are going to continue to do that through this year. And I feel that really a new love or a love mate for you is going to come in to you with a surprise gift. And I feel that you are going to have a year of true love and abundance of love this year. It comes up very strongly for you Virgos. So I hope that reading helped you for this year of 2015 and for the month of January, Virgo. I would like to invite you to go to my Facebook page, and that's The Lucky Mermaid, LLC. Please make sure to like my page if you have not done so already. And I'm going to offer a way for you to get 2 of your questions answered. The deadline for this will be January 15th, and I will post instructions on how to get your 2 specific questions answered by me on my wall on Facebook. So I post things every day. So if you don't see it at the top, scroll down because I'm only going to post it on there twice. So make sure to scroll down if you don't see it at the top, but you have to follow the directions of how to get the questions answered. I want to say I truly thank you for liking my videos, for watching them, for sharing my videos, and for subscribing, and for Google Plussing. I do truly appreciate you, and know that I wish you many blessings and